Alright guys, I was able to get the grip tape off. It's leaving some adhesive behind, not too bad. Kind of peels up. I'm going to try to use a cleaner on it right now. Got the cup holders out finally. I don't know if it's because of age, but they were really like stuck in there. We had to get them loose, pound them through. It didn't feel like they wanted to come out, but they finally did come out. So anyways, going to get this cleaned up. Then we're going to come in and do a quick polish on it. I'm just going to polish the fiberglass, and then I'll show you what I'm going to put here instead of the grip tape. Alright guys, with everything on this boat, that adhesive was a pain in the butt. I ended up having to use some goof off. I used the plastic chisel to scrape it off. Then I went back over with denatured alcohol. I think I got it all off now. Okay, so I'm just going to mark my corners, because we'll draw a straight line here. Sketch in the curve, and then we'll take this off and go lay it on the piece that I got. Alright guys, so while I was trying to figure out what to replace that grip tape with, I was messing around on eBay and I came across this neoprene sponge rubber sheet with adhesive back, so it's a non-slip material, waterproof. So I thought it'd be perfect to replace it with. This was a 12-inch by 54-inch roll. I think I paid $14 for it. So I'm just going to lay it out, and we're going to get our template up here and cut it out. All right, had a little mishap with the pattern, but it'll work. I've got it down. So now we're just going to cut it out. I'm going to use an X-Acto blade, and we'll see how well this stuff cuts. Okay, there's our piece. Let's go make sure it fits. All right, looks like it's going to fit perfect. All right, guys, this feels fantastic. It should make a perfect non-slip surface to be able to just set stuff up here, and way better than that grip tape. All right, and our cup holder should fit just perfectly. Alright, that'll work. Now we'll get our cup holders back in after we've installed the stereo, but that should be perfect.
Alright, so now that we've got the dash out, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the labels. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove the speedometer and the fuel gauge. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint this, but instead of painting it black to match the factory color, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint it white to change the color in hopes that it will reflect some of the sun's light and won't get baked like this one did. I'm going to start by lightly sanding the plastic with 1000 grit sandpaper. Then I'm going to come back and use the Rust-Oleum etching primer, which will help create a bond between the plastic and the paint. Then I'm going to use the Rust-Oleum 2X primer paint, spray paint, that is made for plastic, and I'm going to put several coats of white. Lastly, then I'll follow up with the Rust-Oleum 2X gloss clear coat, put a few coats of clear on it. Next, we're going to do the same thing here to our switch panels. I'm going to remove the labels. I'm also going to remove the switches from the switch panel, number them so I know where they go when I go to put this thing back together. Then I'm going to be doing the same steps that I did on the dash. I'll be painting the switch panels white, but I'll be painting the switches blue. Now that I have the dash painted white, I'm noticing a couple things. Number one, that's a lot of white. Number two, the hole for the speedometer is too large for the new speedometer that I'm putting in. With that being said, I've come up with an idea that will break up the white as well as solve the issue with the hole for the speedometer. I'm going to cut a piece of clear plexiglass to fit in this large rectangle area, which will allow me to cut a smaller hole for the new speedometer. I'm also going to cut 2 pieces of clear plexiglass to fit in these 2 square areas. I apologize for not getting the next few steps on film. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and try to explain the process of what I did next. Once the clear plexiglass was cut and the holes were drilled for the speedometer, the fuel gauge, as well as holes for the screws drilled in all 4 corners of each piece. I then took each piece of plexiglass and flipped it over so the backside was facing up. I then cut a vinyl graphic sticker out of white vinyl and laid it on top of the backside of each piece of plexiglass. I then took a piece of blue vinyl sticker film and laid it over the top of the white graphic and the remaining area of the plexiglass, therefore creating a subsurface decal mount. So once the plexiglass is flipped over and installed, you'll have a nice graphic, but you won't be able to feel it, and it'll have a really deep look that's unique and does not appear to be a decal or sticker. Lastly, I printed some labels for my switches. Put it all back together and voila, our dash is complete. Hopefully that explanation on how I did the pieces of plexiglass, guys, made sense. If it doesn't, just leave me a question down in the comments and I'll try to answer any question that I can. Well, guys, I hope that got the creative juices flowing. Hopefully it'll inspire you and give you some ideas to try on your project. And as always, if you need some vinyl graphics for your project, please hit me up. My email's in the description. I can custom make any kind of graphic that you might need. And I always try to work a good deal for all my YouTube subscribers. Be sure to check out the links to all of our stores and check out the cool swag we've got on there. Once again, I hope this video was helpful for you, and please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace!